Hey fam, it's me, Jada. I am here today to give you 5 tips to help you ace your first semester of anatomy in your doctor of physical therapy program. I know for me, the first semester was really rough because I had to adjust to grad school life, and anatomy is really hard. I took it in undergrad, but in grad school, it's a whole different beast. And we took anatomy and human cadaver lab. So, yeah, I'm hoping that these 5 things will help you do exceedingly well and ace the class like I did. So, number one, watch the Echo 360. I know not every program records their lectures, but mine did using a software called Echo 360, and I thought it was very helpful to watch it within 24 hours of the original lecture. Now, I'm not saying don't go to class because I went to every single class. I'm just saying that maybe you missed something when you were there originally, and rewatching the lecture will be very, very, very helpful. I know that my anatomy professor was always dropping gems, like constantly saying really, really important things. And I know for me, I handwrite all my notes. So I would miss things. So rewatching the lecture was very, very, very helpful because I would go back, listen to it, and think, oh man, I missed it. I missed this. And I could pause it, go back, write it, and then press play, and boom, there you have it. You can catch things you missed. Number 2, get a study partner. Okay? I know that in undergrad, I was very independent and I didn't like studying with people, but you're in a new environment, so you have to adapt to different study habits. So getting a study partner will help you. And don't just study with your friends because maybe you guys learn differently and maybe you're just not good studying with each other, and that's okay. Go outside of your comfort zone and study with other people. I know for me, it was a great way to get to know my classmates. And my study partner was awesome. Actually, I had multiple study partners for different content because maybe you're learning about bones and someone's very good with bones. Maybe you're learning about muscle insertions and attachments, and another person might be really good at that. So don't just limit yourself to one study partner. Get multiple, but stay away from big groups because that can be detrimental to your learning. If everyone's just shouting things at the same time, it could really confuse you, and at a certain point, it's not going to be helpful. Number 3, stay on top of your work. I know. You're so busy. Sometimes you just want to sleep, but don't take that 4-hour nap. Okay, just take that time to really stay on top of the material. I know for me, we had class 9 to 5 every day except Friday. We would have lectures because we didn't just take anatomy. That's another thing. I know some programs you just take anatomy your first semester, but my program we took 4 classes. So yeah, it was crazy, and it was hard to make time to study anatomy after I just had lecture all day, and then we had cadaver lab 3 hours 4 times a week. So I know sometimes you don't want to take those extra hours, but you have to. If you fall behind, it's very hard to catch up. Everything is going so fast. So just push yourself, sit down, and stay on top of all of your work. Stay on top of the lectures. Make time to read the book. Make time to watch YouTube videos. Just do what you have to do to stay on top of everything. Number 4, spend extra time in cadaver lab. I know some programs you don't have cadaver lab, but I know mine did. And what was really special about my program was that the students were able to dissect the cadavers. It wasn't our professors, it was us doing it. There were 10 cadavers in total in the entire laboratory. We were split into groups, and for our exams, we were testing on all of the cadavers, not just the one that we were working on as a group. So if you have to go on the weekends, go before your class time, stay a little bit later to make sure you know your cadaver inside and out, pun intended, and everyone else's cadaver, so that when the test day comes, you know exactly what you're looking at and you don't have to spend more time than necessary to get the question right. I know it's very, very, very strange at first, especially going into the lab by yourself because those are dead bodies. Maybe your study partner can go with you and you guys can go through the material together and take your time. I can't stress this enough. It's creepy, I know, but take your time in Cadaver Lab. Maybe get a mask for the smell, but take your time and just go through everything slowly. Make sure even during your scheduled lab time that you're taking moments to actually study the material. You're not just dissecting and trying to get it over with so you can go home. Really take your time. Ask your group mates maybe to slow down and say, hey, do you mind if we go over this muscle attachment? Do you mind if we go through this bony landmark? Do you mind if we do this? I'm sure they need to do it too. So don't be afraid to really spend time with your cadaver. Number 5. I'm hoping this is number 5. Talk to your professor, okay? I know you are so intelligent. You're so smart. You made it this far. You are in a doctorate program. It's okay to ask for help, okay? I'm gonna say it again, even louder. It's okay to ask for help. Your professor is there to help you. Just talk to them. It's okay. Talk to the TA if you have to. You are there in that program for a reason. You are paying the money. You are spending the time. Talk to your professor. Maybe the tips I just gave you aren't helpful at all, but your professor who makes the material, who writes the lectures, who writes the exams, is going to give you good advice, okay? Talk to them. I know for me, even if you ace the exam, still talk to them. If you don't ace the exam, definitely talk to them. I know that at first I didn't want to talk to my professor because I thought, well, you know, I'm doing well. Why do I need to talk to them? It's still very helpful because maybe you can do even better if you just talk to them. Or maybe you are doing your best and you just don't do well in the exam, whether it's a lecture or lab. I know I was better at lab than I was at lecture. So I went to my professor and I said, hey, this is my dilemma. What can I do better? And she told me, she was like, I think you should try this, this, and this. And guess what, y'all? I did that. And my grade went up even more. So, yes, I think I gave you 5 tips. Watch the Echo 360. Get a study partner. Stay on top of your material. Spend extra time in the lab. Number 5, talk to your professor. All right, I hope this was helpful. I'm going to try to drop more gems for you guys. Let me know what you want to hear about. But as my first video, I really, 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 really hope this helps. Bye.